Morning, family. Addict named Billy P. Today's New Year's Eve of 2015, and I would like to talk about responsibilities and ownership. Even though I'm not responsible for my addiction, I am 100% responsible for my recovery. Not anybody else's recovery, but my recovery, my program. What helps me stay in the here and now? What helps me deal with life on life's terms without having to put one on it? What keeps me from picking up? Which would consist of meetings, which would consist of a sponsor, which would consist of the 12 steps, which would consist of the traditions and the spiritual principles behind a 12-step program. And here's the key: application. To apply what I learn on a regular basis. I don't have to pick up today. I don't. I used to think that I was a hopeless dope fiend, and today I got more hope, man, than I've ever had in my entire life. I've got enough hope for other people today than I've ever had in my whole entire life. I have hope for a society that I lost many, many years ago. But the responsibility of my program, that all falls on me. Okay, I hear people say, well, meetings keep me clean. Listen, no, they don't. Meetings don't keep me clean. I hear people say, oh, the people at the meetings keep me clean. That's impossible. Nobody can keep me clean. Now, I go to those meetings, but those meetings and the people at those meetings, they do not keep me clean. The 12 steps keep me clean. The 12 traditions keep my hands in my pocket and keep my teeth on my tongue when I want to react improperly, or maybe react the way that I used to react to things that are going on. It's not the people that keep me clean. It's the program that keeps me clean. It's a God-given program that keeps me clean. And it's my responsibility. Even though I am not responsible for my disease, I am 110% responsible for my recovery, for my process. It isn't up to my wife to make sure I get to a meeting. It isn't up to my parents to give me $20 for a pack of cigarettes. It's up to me to make it to that meeting. It's up for me to figure out what I have to do the next right thing for the next right reason. Anything that I place in front of my recovery, I'm going to lose. Or better yet, I'm going to give it away to the disease of addiction. Anything that I place in front of my program, I will not have much longer. Because that means that my program has become second. And to me, God and recovery are 2 in 1. That's my program. I don't put one in front of the other. Without God, I wouldn't have this program. It's a God-given program. And without this program, I wouldn't have the God of my understanding today. But I do know this. I know that I don't put my wife in front of my program. I don't put my kids in front of my program. I don't put my mom and I don't put my dad. I don't put my business. I don't put anything in front of my recovery. Spent a couple 24 hours and I still haven't had no slips, no dips, no weekend trips, no smack, no crack, no heart attack. Imagine this. Do what you've always done and get what you've always gotten. I'm okay with what I've been getting since November 11th, 2004. Even in the hard times does not make me a failure. The hard times is an opportunity for me to grow and for me to learn from other people how to continue living with this disease that I own. I'm not cured. If I was cured, today is New Year's Eve. At midnight, we'll be celebrating a brand new year, 2016. And I'm going to go into that brand new year like a lot of other people, clean, without having anything in my body. I am not going to ruin my clean date of 11/11/04. There's going to be a lot of people around this world getting DUIs tonight. I don't have to. There's going to be people around this world celebrating their New Year's by not remembering anything. I'm going to remember everything. You see, the program of recovery, that's my responsibility. My program, my recovery is absolute everything to me. It's helped me become the husband that my wife deserves. It's helped me become the father that our 4 children need. It's helped me become a better person. I'm not better than anybody else. I don't claim to be better than anybody else. That's not my goal. Every day when I wake up, my only goal that I have is to be better than I was the day before. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with anybody else. It's got to do with me. It's got to do with happiness, and it's got to do with life, and it's got to do with freedom. Not just freedom from active addiction, but freedom from self. I don't want to be in that cold, miserable, lonely place ever again that this disease took me after 20 years. I don't want to be that person who I once was. I want to be a work in progress. I don't want to end up in jail New Year's Eve. I want to be free at the beginning of 2016, and I want to end 2015 on the same note that I started 2015, as work in progress, free from everything. It's my responsibility to make it to meetings. It's my responsibility to get into the step work. It's my responsibility to apply it in all of my affairs. It's not anybody else's. I can't blame it on anybody else. You know, what am I willing to do to continue moving forward? What am I willing to do to continue to help the next person? I'm willing to do just about whatever it takes, as long as it ain't going to get me a case and give me 15 to 20 years in the state penitentiary. I'm willing to do near anything to help somebody else out. But there's a difference between helping and enabling. I never would have been able to start this journey without all of my enablers learning how to love me from a distance. I know 2015, New Year's Eve, I'm going to spend it with my wife and my kids. We're going to have a party and we're going to have a celebration. We're going to go into the new year as a new family. I don't make New Year's resolutions because I've never kept them. I have a hard enough time just doing what I am doing to become me. I don't need to make a promise that I know I'm not going to keep. Recovery is doing what you say you're going to do. Why would I make a New Year's resolution knowingly that I'm not going to end up keeping it? How about this? How about I continue to just try to be a better person than I was the day before? But this disease is so powerful, cunning, and baffling that it talks to us, and it's real believable at a lot of times. And on New Year's Eve, I'll bet you it's real believable for a lot of people. Here's what saddens me. There's going to be people out there today in recovery who decide to go back out tonight because it's New Year's Eve. There's going to be dope fiends like myself and who are out there, and this disease is going to tell them, oh, it's okay. You can just have, one glass. Oh, that's okay. You're a heroin addict. Your problem is not alcohol. A drug is a drug is a drug is a drug. Anything that changes the way that I think and the way that I feel, any minor mood-altering substance, turns something on that took God and society 20 years to turn off. I'm allergic to alcohol. I break out in rocks and then cuffs, and it's normally in that order. Why would I want to celebrate going into the year of 2016 by breaking out in rocks and then cuffs? That's stupid. That doesn't make any sense to me. I would rather celebrate the year 2016 by grabbing up my wife, giving her a huge hug and a huge kiss, and telling her how absolutely amazing and how absolutely incredible she is, and how absolutely blessed I am to have her and these 4 children in my life. The only reason why I have it is because I don't put nothing in front of my recovery. It is my responsibility. My recovery is. Anybody who's out there, who's struggling, who just can't seem to get this program, do yourself a favor. Finally surrender. Quit doing it your way. Do it the way that it was written for us. Come into the new year, not necessarily becoming a new person, but becoming the person that you were intended to be all along. Accept the word change. Surrender to a better way of life. No addict has to die today. No addict has to use today. There isn't an addict anywhere who has to pick up. There's freedom. And that freedom is yours, and that freedom is for everybody to have. If they want to accept the responsibility of their own program. From me to you, and from my family to your family, I wish everybody a happy new year. Be safe tonight. End 2015 on an amazing end. And then begin 2016. Try to be better than the person you were the day before. God bless. Goodbye.